Hi guys, I'm Sean. This is Alyssa.
Gus is in our hearts,
and this is Internet Rabbit Hole Daily. And can you folks believe it? We are reacting to a video that just came out a few hours ago. That's right. It's hard to believe,
More
but
than
Alyssa
a few.
found it. Well, okay.
It's been 7 hours.
All right.
But this
that's good for us, though.
Yeah.
Usually we're like 7 days behind, 7 months behind, but this is unheard of.
So this was posted by Vanity Fair, and it is RRR director Rajamouli. He breaks down
soon to be Oscar award winner, but anyways,
Oscar nominated Naatu Naatu scene.
Yeah.
Okay, so I like these kinds of videos.
Me too. Let's check it out because we already know a little bit about behind the scenes, but now we're gonna get the whole story from the man himself.
Yep.
I've seen this song many times. I sometimes watch it on YouTube or go to the streaming platforms and watch the song again. I was worried that I wouldn't give you the notes and I myself will keep watching this song again. Hello, this is SS Rajamouli. I'm the director of Telugu language Indian film RRR, and I'm so happy to be here to give you the notes on the scene, notes on the song Naatu Naatu. The first thing that comes to me when we talk about Naatu Naatu is the location itself. It was shot in Kyiv, actually the presidential
Ukraine.
palace.
Right,
It's like the
Kyiv.
presidential
Happened in
palace.
here, but because it was monsoon time then, so we were trying to scout the locations and we found this. It's
beautiful
and
location.
I really loved it. And then they told me it's the presidential palace. I thought, oh, maybe then I have to look for another location. But they said, no, this is Ukraine. You can get the job done.
And during COVID too, I
for
believe.
the Ukrainian team. The colors of the palace, the size of the palace, the size of the ground for the dancers to be there was
it
the
works
exact
so well.
right size.
People are going to get tired of us singing along.
Yeah.
The beautiful thing about the song that many tend not to notice are the background dancers. If you look here, the bunch here, all of them are not extras. All of them are dancers. And if you can see how the men are not comfortable with this, two Indian guys taking
that's
their
interesting.
scene over, but the girls are really enjoying the steps. You can see all of them are perfectly enacting the scene before their turn comes when they have to dance. I was really surprised that the level of professionalism the dancers there in Ukraine had. Really loved working with them.
Like were they Ukraine dancers?
That's what he said, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Just look at the men now. They are not happy.
It's a choreographer, Prem Rakshith. He has worked with me before. He has worked with Charan before. He has worked with Tarak before. He gave one of the most memorable numbers for both of them. He knows their style, exactly what their body language is. He exactly knows what their fans expect out of them. Here, he has a very difficult job because here both the actors have to dance together. Each of them have their own style, but he has to find out a style which will suit both of them as a dancing style which would be not complicated, because I also wanted him to figure out steps which people would like to do for themselves. So it should be nice. It shouldn't be too difficult. It should suit the style of both the actors. And it should be fantastic.
All those things. No big deal.
And, he has come up with, you wouldn't believe it, more than 100 variations for this 3/4 signature. Naatu Naatu for that line. I remember he sent me the
100
video. It was going on and
No
on
way.
and on and on. And I had difficult time picking up the best 3/4 variations for this style.
It's as much as a perfectionist as this guy.
Credit to
Holy.
Prem Rakshith.
I've had enough.
Yeah, this part.
Nonsense.
Yeah.
You two out.
No, Jake, I've had enough of your bullying.
Yeah, Jake sucks.
And they're like, go.
Go.
I want to wear
Suspender
suspenders
dance.
just for that reason.
Yeah.
This for me is the best step in the entire song. The costume designer Rama, who also happens to be my wife, she didn't give the
I didn't know.
costumes like a song because it was supposed to be a scene. She gave the costume like a scene, and when Prem saw the dress and he saw the suspenders, he said, "Can can I use the suspenders?
Interesting.
She said, okay. He composed a couple of steps and he said, if the suspenders are too tight, they can't be so easily. It has to be a little bit loose for the dance step.
It's all got to work
it was
together.
Prem's idea to bring the suspenders in. And the funny thing is, like, they had the loose suspenders only for this particular shot.
Interesting.
Before and after it were tight suspenders. And just in the before shot, when Jenny, she pulls the suspenders and leaves it and says, go, the suspenders were actually the tight suspenders and across their chest. And they had a wince on their face, but they were smiling until I said cut. And the moment I said cut, they were like walking away in pain.
No.
These guys were in a
Heard of
lot of
it.
pain during the filming of this, from what I can tell.
Yeah. Oh,
You're
yeah.
able to tell from the smiles.
This was the most difficult step, doing all the things on the top, the suspenders moving and sliding. Right foot also has to go to the side and come
Such
back,
coordination.
sliding.
I know.
Say the genius of the choreographer. When I instructed him, I told him, yes, for the audience, this is a song, this is fun, they're dancing and everything. But for the story, it is actually a fight scene because it starts off with on a bad note. An English guy is coming and insulting them, humiliating them. But both of them are there on a purpose. They cannot really do a fist fight and blow their cover off. It moves into a kind of competition. You're seeing a song, you're seeing a dance, but in effect, you're getting the emotion of a fight. So that's the instruction that I gave Prem. That's what I needed. Yeah. You see their body language, how they're standing, how their body movement is. It looks like a fight. That's how brilliant Prem is. Sendil, my cinematographer, this is my 8th film with him. Initially, he shows me what kind of
Your mic
tone
keeps
that he's looking for this particular film. He'll give me 2 or 3 references. And then I don't meddle with the lighting or the tonality of the film. My production designer, Sabu, he had a lot of idea on how colonial India was. What the properties were, what the costume colors were. He had a lot of ideas. So he was really rushing through Kyiv to find the right kinds of properties and all these flower arrangements. Sabu was sitting there with the art director there, and he was particularly telling this color should come at the bottom, this color should come at the top, and he was
so many talented
really
people working together, right?
Specific, all the details
into it. And Sendil was there to look at. So I don't look at that at all. My job is to see whether my actors are
he trusts his people,
the correct way that I want to. Their expression is perfect or not. That's the only job I look at it.
Dang. Now I'm seeing how upset these dudes look. I didn't quite notice before.
And the girls are even in sync with their nodding, I think.
Here
kind of
is the parliament of Ukraine. I was so shocked. I asked my line producer there, is it okay to shoot a song in a full volume right by the side of the parliament in front of the presidential palace? He said, yeah, fine.
Yeah, they were loving the song. Who wouldn't want that?
Yeah.
Only thing is, it'll be in actual metallic in color. In post, we made it like a lime plastered. One more point is all the background musicians who are holding the clarinets, the violins, and all that stuff. They are also actual musicians. I wanted them to be musicians because they hold the violin properly.
That's right.
They hold the
yeah.
And people notice that.
Cool.
Anna, is that okay? Can I place the musicians there? Is it okay for them to just stand there and act, not actually play? Okay, no problem. Go ahead.
చేలు సిటికెలేసేలా ఎవ్వారం సాగినట్టు కాలు సింధు తొక్కేలా దుమ్మారం రేగినట్టు ఒళ్ళు చెమట పట్టేలా వీరంగం చేసినట్టు నా పాట చూడు.
This is the step which was like on TikTok or all the social media platforms where everyone was trying to do, whether it's friends, brothers, mother and daughter, husband and wife. Everyone were doing the step and posting on the social media, which really went viral and helped the film gain the popularity a lot.
Naatu naatu rastaparaalaga chedda naatu kapotalaga tikka naatu.
I like that effect. I mean, it's not new. It has been used many times where the track goes forward and we zoom back. So the artists
you're
are
moving forward, but you're
the full
zooming
frame,
out with
but the
camera.
background really comes forward. Initially, we tried moving it around, but we are losing the essence of the step. So we use this one, just track forward and zoom back.
భూమి దత్తరిల్లేలా ఒంటిలోని రగతమంత రంకలేసి ఎగిరేలా ఏసే రోయకాయకి నాటు నాటు
And then the guy gets make sure the dust was kicked around perfectly. I remember that being a part of it. Like,
this is where the nightmare started for the costumers. From a solid ground, we moved on to a place where it was dusty. I wanted the dust to fly, but the costumes were made with such a delicate material, and we were making them do the Naatu Naatu step in the dust with this dress, and the dress were getting really dirty and spoiled. The costumers had to make 2 dresses, 3 dresses, and every day they had, after the shoot, they had to go and clean them very delicately. It's not that you can put them in a washing machine and take them out.
instead of just
They
doing
had
like
to
CG.
be hand cleaned properly.
gosh.
So after long working hours of working 8 hours a day, the costumers were taking the dresses and cleaning them properly and doing it again. I really like to go lengthy takes. I don't like to cut in between. Here I had a long discussion with my editor on having this group coming into a formation. The idea is like all the guys are with Jake and all the girls are with Ram and Beam, and I wanted this mixed crowd to separate into the girls coming behind Ram and Beam and the boys coming behind Jake.
I didn't really notice that,
It was clearly
right?
established in the top angle shot. For me, it would have been nice if this entire thing was in one single shot. So you can see all the girls coming from the mixed position, and you see from the mixed position all the boys going here.
Everyone's
And
gotta
at
do
the
the
same time,
perfect
we see
steps.
Jake is moving this way and Ram and Beam are moving towards this way. It was very well choreographed. But the editor said, the punch would be nice if we cut it into 3 or 4 cuts. And sometimes even the director, you have to give in to your technicians.
Right.
He's listening to people, right? He's open
has
to
to.
suggestions.
Yeah.
I love the look on the guy's face.
I must have seen this song
I got
many times, not just on the editing table. Even after the release, I sometimes watch it on YouTube or go to the streaming platforms and watch the song again. I watched the background dancers. I became a fan of these guys. You can see they are really acting like pros. They are not just dancing, but they had to do the steps wrong sometimes, and they have to express that they are not doing it properly and collapse one by one.
Yeah.
I like each and every dancer here. This guy, how they were performing. And you should also see the girls, how Jenny goes back and he pulls her again, the expressions, how the girl just falls down. They're tired, but still really enjoying
Really
it.
acknowledging everyone
I
who
think
went.
it's a very beautiful frame.
was a part of
He
this.
got that dark-dressed girl in the foreground, whereas the action is happening in the background. One of the inspirations for me for these kind of frames is a completely different thing. In 10 Commandments, when the sea is parting, there is a shot of 3 ladies watching what is happening in front of them, and the arrangement is like a painting. It's not exactly like that, but a kind of inspiration is from there.
Oh, wow.
Jays. Obviously very familiar with Western cinema.
Yeah.
Look at the look
the
of
guy's
pain.
expression when Jake falls down. These guys, absolutely perfect. Tarak and Sharon are really exceptionally good dancers. I always feel dance is not about how acrobatic you are, how perfectly you can do your step. There are 2 important things. One is that you should really enjoy your dance. Only then can audience really get the enjoyment out of your dance. And second thing is, like, in every moment on the dance, you are conveying something to the audience, some kind of emotion. They really infused that energy. They're conveying that even though we are humiliated by you, we have this weapon of giving it back to you. Quite a subtle and difficult emotion to portray, but these 2 guys nailed it.
Nice.
The moment they start, now one of them's got to
versus
fall.
each other. Yeah.
So the Indians have won. Actually, the story is over, but we know that N.T. Rama Rao and Ram Charan are two top heroes, commercial heroes, and the fans would love to see them compete against each other. They continue the dance, looking at each other like, okay, we defeated them. What about you and me?
And of course, he wants to help his friend get the girl, so he's willing to fake an injury.
Wow expression of Jenny
Oh,
is
yeah,
the
it was
best.
good.
There are countless messages, memes, everything saying that the entire audience expression towards the song is exactly that. And
that's
when
us.
this shot was made, the dust really flew. Everyone in the unit were coming into the tent and like peeking in, looking in. Can we say that again? Can we play this again? This was the shot that everyone really, really loved.
He's noticing.
She's rooting for Beam Akhtar at that point of time, and he sees that Jenny is in love with Akhtar and he loses.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, my leg! A little bit of a victory dance here.
Yeah.
Being his innocent self, he doesn't get it. He continues dances and he finishes it. For me, Naatu Naatu, one of the reasons why I think it is such a hit is not just because of the music, not just because of the dance, because there is a beautiful story in itself. The entire story of RRR is within that 10 minutes of Naatu Naatu lead scene and the complete
That's interesting.
song. No one in America or across the world really knows the meaning of the lyrics, but it is the catchiness of the lyric, the way the flows. I think that is the credit should be given to Chandra Bose, the lyricist. We had a blast shooting it. We had a blast enjoying the audiences having the blast. Thank you everyone who were involved in Naatu Naatu.
Jason, we had a blast reacting to it and then sharing our reaction with you fine folks. Jeez, I feel like we've really dissected that song now. We've heard from the man himself and gotten all those extra details.
Yeah. I thought he was going to talk about when he went frame by frame
Yeah, I
through
know,
the footage
yeah.
to make sure every
little
movement
bit was perfect.
in sync. Like
Yeah.
that was such a
Yeah, he missed that part, but that's okay because he talked to a lot of other stuff, and it just makes you, if this is even possible, but appreciate the song even more. I had noticed the folks in the background, not the men, obviously. I didn't notice the sort of the looks on their face, but I realized that like, geez, they would have had to have done every single take along with the main actors, so they would have to really be on point too. And from what he's pointing out, everyone is doing great, whether they're in the forefront or the background or behind the scenes.
And it's cool to know more of the details of like, they were really dancers.
Yeah.
They were from Ukraine.
Yep. Yeah.
And the musicians, like they were real musicians, but they weren't even playing. They were just holding the instruments the whole time. But he's like, oh, I want real musicians because they know how to properly hold.
He doesn't want to take people out of the moment. And I know for us, like, for example, we both play guitar. And anytime you watch a movie where someone's clearly not playing guitar, but they're pretending like they are, it always creates that little disconnect, right? Where they're just acting. Whereas he's hyper aware of these sorts of things and is making sure that, everything just goes really smoothly and everything just fits, and so Jace, well, I'm glad that we checked that one out.
Yeah.
And did you guys enjoying that? If you did,
stick around for more by clicking that subscribe button. Click the bell, please. Choose all fun drop done so you get updated every time we upload. Enjoyed this? Click the thumbs up and comment down below.
we love you a whole lot. This
Love
is
you guys.
Internet Rabbit Hole Daily RH. Sign
Sign off. Bye.
Bye, guys.